Invalid.
Live streaming is on.
Invalid date. Invalid date. Okay. Invalid date. So this
Do we
is
need to
very weird actually.
have some kind of try catch block to capture this exception? What?
Yeah, maybe we need a throw statement, because the examples that I had seen, there was a throw explicit error being thrown. So maybe we need to have, like, for example, Puru, can you, like, if timestamp parameter that's being passed to this function is empty, or if it's null, then, you know, make a throw error, define an error like that. No need of try catch. Try catch means the error will be handled already, then we won't get an exception. So just do an if timestamp equal to null, or maybe equal to undefined. I don't know. I mean, I'm just giving an example. So then throw an error explicitly. Then we'll see if that error is being caught in this test. Does that make sense?
Can you repeat that part again? I didn't get it.
No, in the date.js function, not the
Yes.
test. Here,
Yes.
like the input argument is called timestamp, right? So if
Yes.
timestamp is not passed, then throw an error explicitly. Then call the format. Does that make sense?
Yes. All right.
So if you give an if statement like that, if timestamp, yeah, throw some error, new error, invalid date or whatever, something like that. No date. Yeah, and then see if that is being captured here in the test. Then call the function with null or whatever, with some undefined value. Yeah. I mean, this is just an example that we are trying, or we don't have to. Yeah. So now here, just do a null or something like that. To throw. Yeah, also like Kenny said, maybe the transformed date, the constant needs to be removed, and you need to call the format timestamp within expect.
No, I don't think it matters because. Oh wait, yes. Okay, yes. I think we did that before in some thing. Maybe. I think they should do it.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Okay. So we have one positive test, one negative test, and one exception test.
Yeah. Let's.
So did it work because we put it inside a function?
Yes, it worked because we put it in a function.
Okay.
Actually, why do we have an arrow function inside? Shouldn't we just call expect format timestamp?
No, exactly. Expect can get anything. I mean, the thing is that if you're calling that function before, expect does not get the chance to execute it itself and track the errors.
Okay.
I think that's.
Let's try giving the variable reference.
Variable reference of what?
No. The function reference, format timestamp, without calling it.
Okay, let's try that. Right, so this here right now is a value. Now I'm going to make it a function. Good. Let's do it.
Like this.
And it works.
Okay.
Okay, so one note
whenever identifying the accurate error. So it's not some generic error. So whatever error that we are creating in the function, it's catching the same error. This should fail.
No, it passed.
No, it passed. Okay, so it's identifying some error.
But now if I change the error. What?
It's catching the error which you have defined there.
To throw. Let's try to throw.
This will definitely pass.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
Okay, that failed.
Now,
So I
Okay.
think the to throw error is expecting an error object that we are passing in rather than a string.
Yeah. So to throw is the
Like we
correct.
would,
Yeah.
yeah, like we would say to throw error, and then within that we would say new error of new type then pass.
now exactly. If you look at the typings of to throw, wait a minute, it's not visible here. Let me do it again. To throw, you can see the argument can be in a string. That means it can be the message of the error or a regex or something constructible or the error itself. So here I'm passing only the message, so it is working perfectly.
Or we can even wrap an error within that message and pass it to this. Yeah. Maybe that will also work.
It works.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So to throw an error is different, I guess. That accepts
And
something different.
also the thing that if we do something like you know all those errors we have in the Twitter folder, which is like API dot tweet not found error, custom
Yeah,
errors.
yeah.
That would also work. So if we import API and then dot tweet dot not found error, this would also work. Only this
Yeah.
works perfectly.
Yeah, I think that will work. Okay.
And Pro, I think we should put in a function rather than simply passing in the reference to the function,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
often we need to give the function arguments also, right?
Arguments, yeah.
Yeah.
This is better.
And Puru, can you put some comment inside this test, because we did some good learning, right? Like so that it should be helpful for
Yeah, maybe you can comment like to throw will expect an error message or an error itself, right?
Yeah, we got so much learning. We can't directly pass this call. How to pass it? You put some statement inside the expect. We can't pass it as a
You can pass a constant. You need to pass the actual function call.
Right, I've done some documentation
Yeah,
here.
yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Also, like you can put different style here. So 3 style you can put here. Like that is fine. Just copy it paste, because we remember like this is an example. So that anybody in future can refer here this file.
All right, what kind of style? Oh yes, the new error thing. All right, we have 3 styles here now.
Yeah, and one more, like 29, you duplicate it and try to call this format timestamp as a function the way we are calling, right? And comment it out. Yeah, just comment it out and mention that it won't work. No, not like that. Not to work. No, just comment this line. Yeah, just mention one more comment in the above and tell that it won't work.
Right, I'm done.
Yeah, perfect. So one more date function is run. So something different?
Yeah, I have a, wait a second. Why do we have these files here? String.js, file.js. I deleted those as they are not necessary. Should I delete these? These aren't any useful.
Yeah, delete it.
Maybe it can. Same thing. I also saw some other files like that somewhere else also. We'll see.
What can we do now?
There is one utils folder at the
Go
Twindle
to
CLI
helper dot.
SRC level.
Go to helper.js. It will be it will be easy.
Yeah,
Helper.
It's just a email matching thing. So we can
helper
emulate
stuff
that.
here. Yeah.
In the src/utils or the transformations?
In src/utils, I think src/utils folder has a bunch of utility related.
Oh yes,
Next to the date, I think. Next to the date.
Yeah, I should move it to the next group here, right? Okay, so now we have helpers here. Now let's split it and create a new utility for it. Helpers.test.js. And let's close this test and start a new one. So one more thing I think you should observe, if we don't have any files in the test and if we don't have any tests in the file and we try to run it, it fails. See, it fails. Hello, is anyone there?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm there.
Yeah, I was a bit afraid, like, where is everyone? All right, see, and we get the error here. Your test suite must contain at least one test. So this is one good thing. Now let's start writing the code. All right.
Okay, how are we going to do this?
First, let's
So what are
import
the
we can-
functions that are there?
We can
first.
hook
Valid email and format log color.
I don't think this wait for is testable. It's a set timeout basically, which is running only the resolve thing. So I don't think
I
it
was
needs to be
asking about the
tested.
email thing. Email.
Yeah, yes. Let's do the email thing. So the first one is ruled out. The second one is necessary. All right, is valid email. So test.
Match
So the
email.
same format, one positive test.
Should match email format.
Yeah.
Right.
Constant email.
Email equals to alexi@g dot. No,
So you
we
can call
should.
the function is valid email.
Yeah.
Is valid email bracket, then you can write your email.
Okay. Yeah. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Valid dash email at email.com. So we wanted to match. So now let's call expect. Let's call it is valid email
Email
dot to be.
to be true or to
So
be
not to be
true,
false,
whatever.
you can write not to be false.
To
No, that's a negation test. First, we need to go with a positive test. To be true.
so I mean both are going to be more or less same, but let's do this one only.
Let's try this.
Do we need that function?
No,
We need
actually
that
we don't
function.
No, we don't need that function here because it's just a value. We don't need that, but like I'm just putting it here to just simplify things. Helpers dot.
Yes, yes, yes.
It was already there. One second. I, it works. Good.
It passed. Okay. Okay. Now give an
Just
invalid
try,
name.
just try like putting it not or something, just to be sure.
Sorry, try what?
Not to be
No, that's
false.
it.
He's trying to say.
No. The to be truth itself, just to be sure that it's working, just put a not and bit for it, and then
And it works perfectly.
Yeah, try a negative test.
Try a negative test. Okay, so
Yeah, see, one more thing, like
Yeah.
to be truthy and to be falsy, right? You should not use it. You should directly check to be Boolean value true or false, and this callback function,
So
is
to
it
be
really
equal to
needed?
true.
To
Yeah,
be
true.
true or to be false.
Okay.
The first test case.
Yeah, first test case should be to be true. Or not to be
No,
false.
don't create this not to be false.
that was Kenny. That was Kenny.
no,
That
I
is
just want to test it out.
that
That's
is
all.
fine for testing, but you should not keep it. Can anyone just trying it out? Yeah, just see. Wait. See, it is failing true to function anonymous. It is testing, which is not a very good. You got it. The problem with using your truthy.
Oh my God.
See, you are comparing one function with one Boolean value.
Oh yeah.
So now I understand why you didn't want to do it yourself. No issues. It's fun.
Okay. The second test failed because it should be false, I guess.
Yes, I mean
Many
there's no
false
such thing as
indicators.
ad.com.
Yeah.
Now, Puru, now you got it. Why? What is the use of truthy and falsy?
Yes.
So
And
never
this
use
one.
this truthy and falsy kind of thing. That is the worst thing in JavaScript.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Actually, I told
That
him
is why
that
you are
because I have-
propagating like TypeScript. And how can you be truthy and falsy? Right, Kenny?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what happens if email is empty?
Wait once again.
Yeah.
Like second test case, I am not able to see this format 2, format 1. It is a very like invalid email you have to put, right? Should format that is a
Should
true
not
one.
match email format. The second test case description should not match email format.
I mean, should not pass for invalid email or something like that, right? Or should
Invalid email or something like that.
Yeah, this is an invalid email case. So for that also our code is working. That's what is the point, right? So if we give a correct email format, the code correctly returns true. If we give an incorrect email format, the code correctly returns false. So that's what we are testing, right? The two cases.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait a
And
second.
in third
Why-
case, if the
why
email is
did it
empty, what
pass?
happens?
Why did it pass?
Because that is not a valid email. It returning false.
Oh damn. Oh yes. I thought it was true for a second.
You are expecting false value.
Yeah. Then it should be correct. Yeah, it should be correct then. Let's try one
What
thing.
happens if it's null? The third case.
Null is the same as the empty string.
Okay. So even in that case, it will be false.
No, empty and null are different. If you want, you can write one more test case. See, that expect, right? You don't need to create one email variable. You can create multiple test cases there itself. Duplicate the line number 18. 18. No, that is correct one. No. You undo unnecessary thing. You control Z. Yeah, the line number 21 test is no. See, the line starting from 15 to 19 is a valid test case.
Yes.
Just duplicate the line number 18. Only line number 18, duplicate it. Yeah, instead of email, right, you pass a empty string and pass null some other place. And there is no need for variable, I think. This will look cleaner, right?
Yeah, I like this better. Yeah, you can remove that expect.
Sorry.
The first expect is that line number 16. I think we can remove it because email is not defined as.
Yeah, that should be removed. And
Yeah, now what happens?
nothing happened. Everything passes.
Yeah, so null is null also passes, like it's returning false.
Yes, it returns false because like for JavaScript, the empty string and null are the same things for you.
Yeah.
Not same thing, Puro. They are falsy value.
Yeah, so maybe that's.
Yes, I mean in that sense, like JavaScript will try to convert everything from one thing to other.
Yeah, because but both have different meaning.
See, this is where I have doubts, Proful. Like, should we, like, when we have a utility function like this, should we expect, like, should we check email to be null or undefined or empty string before we start evaluating the function? In that function is valid email? Like, should we perform an automatic check, like every function we write? You know, in Java, we have something called parameter checking. So every time we write a function, we generally do constraint checking and then we test the return value before writing the code, like in between. So should we do something like that in JavaScript? Because I don't see normally people doing that.
Yeah, actually better to do that. That is the reason TypeScript is very popular nowadays. So TypeScript is doing lots of type checking. But null checking, other thing, if you face issue, then only better to do it. If you're not having facing issue, right, it doesn't make sense to write lots of code, right?
Yeah.
For our case, it is working as expected. So this empty is returning false, null is returning false. So why you need to do additional check there?
Yeah, true. Because in Java, if it's null, it's going to throw an error completely. Like
Here also,
error will come.
if it is undefined, it will throw, that is, if Puru want to use Node version 14, because he want to use optional chaining. There is optional chaining feature, right, Puru?
Yeah, exactly. It's only for that.
Oh, so because of the version of Node we are using, we are not getting those errors.
Puru, can you explain about that a little bit? Optional chaining.
Yeah, can you please explain?
Yeah, all right. So optional chaining is basically, so now you have this big object here. Say we have this object. Now we have a field called Twitter on it, and then we have this. Sorry, like let me make it a little bit simpler. Const x equals to this y, then z colon 23 and a colon 1. Right, so here you can see this object x has one property which is an object itself, y, and then this is also an object containing those. So now, but the thing is that when we are getting like huge data, we don't know what is going to be there. Like we are not sure if it's going to have a. We are not sure. But say what we so in that case we try to write the code like x and then x dot y. So here we are checking. Okay, so if x exists, then try to access the x dot y property, because the thing is that if you directly try x dot y and x is not defined, it's going to throw an error and the code is going to stop right there. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. And then, yeah, okay. So this is x dot fire, x and then. But with optional chaining, what we can do is simply x question mark dot y.
This
And
is
then, sorry, I didn't get you.
this is right. Usually for in Angular for TypeScript checking to check whether it is undefined or not, we do this question mark and dot. And for HTML, when HTML variables right, if they're undefined, then it throws. Otherwise, it doesn't execute. If I use question mark and dot, similar logic actually.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like if x doesn't exist, this thing is not going to go any further and just return null.
Yeah.
So like this thing, like this part here is a shorter version of this part above here, and it's very useful in our Twitter part, because in Twitter we don't have x, y, z. We have Twitter conversation response, and then we have Twitter conversation response dot Twitter user. We have these huge long properties there. So that's why in that case the optional chaining is very needed.
Okay. I have one question in the function itself. So in line number 13 in helpers.js, not in the test, in
Okay.
the
Yes.
function. So re.test string of email. So what is that string of email?
It just actually trying to convert the email to string. Like I don't know why
Okay.
it's there. Email is perfect.
Okay. Because if null is passed there, generally it should fail, right? Like, so you got rid of that right now. So now what happens when we pass email as null?
All
Will
right,
it
we are
work?
going to get an error.
Like we'll get an exception, right? We should get
Yes.
some kind of an error there.
Yes, because dot to lowercase does not exist on null. So yeah, we should
Yeah,
get that.
exactly. So that's why I got confused. So technically, if that string wasn't there, so we should have expected an error
Yes.
in the test case. Okay, the string is doing something then. Okay, cool.
Yeah, let me show you side by side. I'm going to run the node. So if you try to do null dot to lowercase, I mean it is ridiculous, but just see this. We are going to get this error.
Yeah, so we should have got this error, but because
But
of the
here,
string, maybe it's not working.
yes, it's not working because it's going to convert it to this string which is called null here.
Yeah, so that's why dot to. So that's why we are not getting an exception.
Yeah,
We are not able
exactly.
to
Like,
catch an error.
yeah, we are not going to get any exception in this
Yeah.
function. This
Yeah.
function is like robust enough.
Yeah. Okay. Because I was wondering how come if we pass null, why are we not getting an error is what I kept thinking. Okay, now I see it.
Yeah. And one more thing, we don't actually need this dot to lowercase here actually, because this regex here will already. Oh, it doesn't test. Okay. Now
Doesn't
it
test.
It just
doesn't need
doesn't
it.
test. Yeah.
Now it doesn't need the lowercase. It will automatically convert it to lowercase itself now with this I.
Yeah, okay.
So now we don't even need this.
So
All right,
if you
we are done.
if you don't put that, I think the test case will fail. Like it'll expect an error. It'll throw an error.
What thing exactly?
No, the re.test, if you remove the string, so in our test case, when we pass that null line number 17, I think it will throw an error there. If you remove the string.
Yeah, I've removed the string here.
Yeah, so now run the test cases.
Yeah, all right.
Now one of them should
Rerun it.
fail.
There's something weird happening with it. Come on, run. All right. Something failed. Okay, so this part to be true. Everything passes now. So yeah, null will work perfectly. Actually, null will be converted to that. Sorry, it won't be converted.
So how did it?
Hello.
Yeah, I mean, there is some kind of a red mark that's happening there, right? Should be false if email is empty. Why is there a red mark showing there? Because I think one of the
Actually,
expect.
no. This is from the previous test.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
That's why it's there.
So everything is passing.
Yeah, everything is passing. What more can we try now?
Yeah, I think this email is good enough because this is a very
Yeah.
pure function.
Yeah.
Try something different where you want to try mock function. And don't combine the false and true test case in one case, one example. Just copy into the success test case. No, there is no need to duplicate it. I think one success test case you already put it before past, right? Just put it over there.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And remove the variable there and then put the valid email content inside that variable.
All right.
Yeah. And I think you had a good example, like in the invalid email, you can just want to put that one.
Where? Which line?
In the line number 10, you tried with empty and null, you can try with the invalid email.
Oh yeah. I think I deleted that invalid
Yeah,
email.
you deleted. You put it here. Yeah, bring one test case a little bit complicated, not with API call, but without API call, maybe go into the Twitter folder and find out some test API. We can mock some API call. It may call some other function, but it should not call any API call. Okay, API call will handle later.
Yeah. So where should we go now?
Mira and Trombley.
Twitter folder.
Twitter folder has functions that take in huge amounts of data and give out
So
huge
okay,
amounts
we
of
can
data.
go to GitHub or something, which could be easier. If
Yeah.
Twitter has.
No, Twitter we can do. See, even though it will use, there are lots of function, right? You have to find out one small function.
Yeah, that function is less than 7 days, but that's the same as format.
Maybe transformation or something like that, or validation or.
Okay, not the endpoints. Let's try the transformations. Helpers.js we have here. Okay, so we have an extract. Oh, we can do this thing. Extract the screen name.
Yeah, try this one. Yeah, start writing so that slowly.
Yeah, all right. Just a second. So now the problem is that we are going to have two helpers.test.js. There's one here.
No
And
issue, no issue. Because it would be in that folder, right? So it would be fine.
yeah. No, the thing is that it will run right now, or
No,
along with that.
don't worry. That can be filtered out.
Like, for now, let's just do it. Helpers-t.
No. Don't do that. Just put the helper.test. So don't worry. You can. There is a way to do that.
Yeah. All right. So we are targeting the extract screen name here. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it exports it. Good. It exported const. should extract this rename correctly.
Yeah, I just need
All right.
some kind of an twitter.com/navel
Easy enough.
/
Actually, so like let's first of all discuss about the extract street name. So the extract street name takes in a URL. Then what it does is basically strips off all the HTTP stuff, etc.
yeah.
All that stuff. So in the end, what we have is twitter.com/username, and that only. And then it splits
And
it.
then the ID.
So yeah, so it splits it. So then we are left with twitter.com, this array, something like this.
Then an username and then an ID. So 3 things will be
Username,
there.
not necessarily. There may not be an ID.
Yeah, may or may not be.
Yeah, may or may not be, but let's have something.
Okay, so now the 0, 1, the first part is what we need. Index 1 is what we need. Okay.
Yeah, index 1 is what we need, and that's what we are doing here. So like let's what invalid things can we enter in here? Anybody?
I mean, just test with a good tweet URL first, like twitter.https://twitter.com/
Okay, good URL. Okay. Twitter.com/ I don't know.
navel. Okay.
Please don't hate me.
Okay.
To be
Real Donald Trump. Yeah, this should pass.
yeah, this should pass. Oh, it passed. Good. You can see here.
Yeah. You see both the helpers.sh.
Puru, you can do W. You can press W in that your command console. You can press P.
Yes, P.
And type helper.
Helpers.
Enter. Yeah, you navigate. Okay, I think it should come by itself. It is coming. Anyway, you press W and give that. It should come a drop down. I'm not sure. P. Type P. Yeah, you press helper, press tab or something like that.
There's no drop down that's happening.
Yeah.
It's not Mac OS, sorry.
For me, drop down will come. It will ask you to select the file.
Pressing tab just adds
Yeah.
4 spaces to it.
Then just enter it. Yeah, that's fine. I think it will run the change file only. That is fine. It will run the change file only again and again.
All right. So, any other cases?
Yeah,
Guru, you can see the number of, Meera?
Yeah.
No, I was telling the number of arguments, right? Like minimum of 3, minimum of 2.
Yeah.
I mean, we can have a test case on that.
Yeah, I mean, if we give an incorrect URL, just twitter.com, you shouldn't get anything back.
That create another test case. See, one success, one failure you can create now. Later you can enhance it. Copy that quickly. One block should be for success and another block for failure, you know.
Praful, I have a question regarding this. So it's running two helpers.test.js instead of like running this particular. It's running that one also that we have previously created. So how can we just run this particular helper.js? Like you were saying some regex and something like this.
Yeah, if you do W, right, there are certain option is coming. Usually for my laptop, it is coming like it will select the file. There you can give the full path. It will run that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. It is not very difficult, but it is not working in Puru machine somehow.
Yeah, and whatever is working in Puru, same is in mine. So that's why I was a little
Yeah.
confused.
My
The
machine one option will come. Maybe I install something.
the
Yeah,
the
no option
perils
is
of
coming.
using Windows.
Sorry, Puru?
The perils of Windows.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It is for Windows
it
or
can
Mac.
be.
Yeah, in my Mac, it is coming that one. That's why I select all the time. But anyway, that is, you can figure it out. Yeah, to be undefined is very good here. Yeah, now this test case is good, See, in the helper, right, if you have multiple file, maybe you can wrap with a describe block.
I thought we were staying away from the describe.
No, there is
No,
two approach.
if there are two test cases, more than one test case, then we can wrap it and describe.
Just give the function name. No, don't do anything. Just give the function name. That's it.
Function name. Right.
Yeah, that's it. And move those two test file there. Because this file will be a little bit complicated,
Yeah, there are a lot of things in here. Get tweet array,
Yeah.
get user object, etc.
Now save it how it looks like.
Uh, that works. Okay.
But it doesn't show that.
We can fix that actually. I think it was dash verbose, I think.
Watch, you can do.
Okay, so now it's going to give out verbose. Yes, now it's giving out very verbose things. See, pass, it's showing a file and then it's showing all of them. Now in this file that we are running, it's first showing the string inside the describe, which is the extract username, and then inside it it's showing the two test cases here, which are these.
The pound symbol you want. I don't like the pound symbol.
No, like I use pound to show that it's a method. It's not needed.
But pound and method, how it is related in JavaScript?
I have no idea. I have just seen it in some code snippet. That's why.
No, I'm just asking. I think that file you can give the copy the entire path and give the transformation. See that copy that source, Twitter, and all this thing, right? No, in the command console.
Command prompt, yes.
Yeah, there is a complete path, right? Like source, Twitter, transformation. Yeah, copy that and quit your program and do that npm instead of the helper that gives the full path. That will work. Yeah, verbose and was you given, right?
Yes. Oh yes, it's working. Good.
Yeah. Now can you start another one, the second function, like create custom tweet or something like that?
Wait a second, like all of these are still here. Let me just destroy this terminal and then. Yeah, all right. Now, what should I do?
Start writing for test case for the other function.
Which function do you think? All of these require huge amounts of data.
No problem. Like, don't worry about huge amount. Start the second one. After, get Twitter. Yeah. You no need to give huge amount of data. You can just give that what is relevant, right?
Yeah. Sorry, Praful, I again use the hash.
Yeah, no issue, no issue. You can use it, but it is bit.
Like I use it because it looks very weird. It looks out of the place. That's why I use it.
I use it, no problem. I don't mind it.
All right. So I think in this case, I think we should check only the segment of a property, maybe. Or what should we do?
Yeah, whichever the data it is returning, right? Just test it, like pass a response JSON and
All right. So
To
first
match
of all,
an empty object.
Or
I
number
think
of arguments. Number of arguments, right?
See, you should check, right? It should have data, or it should, if it is having data, it should return something, If it is empty, it should return something, and that kind of check you're doing, right?
yes.
It should have include. So whichever that field you are dealing with, your test case should cover only with those around in that. It doesn't need to worry about what is inside data or what is inside includes. You got it?
Yeah, I got it. But the thing is that like I didn't know how to write this part in English, so I just wrote it outright.
No. I'm not talking about your written about your IT. Don't use IT. See, whichever the convention we follow, right? We have to be consistent.
All right. Okay. First of all, import this thing. Get tweet array. Get tweet array. And okay, so from inspection here, okay, we don't even need to do that. I think we should keep it empty actually. So if nothing is passed, so let's just do it with an empty thing. Dot to be. Sorry, in this case it should be dot
To match.
equal.
To match.
Equal. Sorry.
I was thinking. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so looking from this, we can see that this is an array because it has a map here. So we should try something like this, an empty array, because we are not getting anything. We are not giving it anything here. So, and according to this check, we should only be getting an empty array. So let's see. Oh my God, optional training. I hate optional training. I hate
This will detect interesting bugs, No, your test case is right. You should handle it appropriately. See, you
Yeah,
found
I
one bug.
noticed this before itself. Because if we were doing optional chaining, now it's
Now it's passing.
passing.
See, you got the benefit of the testing, Puru. You found a interesting bug here, right?
Yeah, like we don't even need to write tests. I mean, we don't need have tests. We just need to write them and then delete them, and we'll find all the bugs.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Nah, forget it. Bad joke.
Yeah, no, don't do that. See, one test case if you write right, you have to copy it again and you do that. Don't overwrite that
Yeah.
test case. That is
Yeah,
you're spending
I
time.
forgot. I forgot for a bit.
Because thinking that one test point itself is a big thing. If you overwrite it, then we'll forget about it.
Yeah. All right. What
Did it
now?
pass?
What do you think we should do now?
Yep.
What else?
Do the proper data, with heavy data include and create one more test case. These are for empty other thing. You create a proper test case and create in this case variable you should use, No. There is a test you can write. One more test, which is a valid scenario.
Should pass with bare minimum data.
Yeah, create a structure,
What do you mean by structure? Oh, JSON structure. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. With the
Just
data,
const, yeah.
with
Define a const
with some
with some
content.
data.
Yeah, that content may be wrong this time, but put some data, instead of empty. Instead, put the Twitter name or
And
something like that.
every data, yeah,
TypeScript is helping us out now.
should also be an array.
Conversation includes. Okay, so includes can have this
Have media or users. Yes.
media or users. Yes. Okay, and it should
And
be an
media
array.
also is an array, and users is also an array.
And they're both. Wait a second. Why are they both not
Array.
optional?
They are both array.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
sometimes media doesn't exist. Like I've noticed that.
Wait a second. We are not even running the test. My God.
Yeah, we need to expect
Expect
get tweet array response.
get tweet array response to be equal or to match a snapshot.
No, don't do snapshot.
To
To
be
equal. No, to be it won't happen. To equal.
To equal. To equal. Again, I'm guessing it should be just an empty array, right? Because or maybe you will have a
Put
data
empty
and
array.
then
You
include.
see, even it will fail, it will complain,
yeah, it's going to fail. 100% fail. What? Why?
Because see, in the code it's mapping on the data, and right
Oh
now
my
data
God,
is
yeah,
empty,
yeah.
right? So yeah, so that's why it's just an empty array. So just provide some empty dummy data.
No. Wait.
Empty
Let this
to
test be
empty.
there and copy this test content again and create another test.
Yeah.
All right. So, wait a second. I want to try that property dot to contain to match
Inline
property.
snapshot you do. Inline
Has
snapshot
properties.
no. To inline snapshot you do. Oh, okay. It is empty array. No. Forget about it.
I think it should have a property, but it won't have any property because it's going to be an empty thing. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so you need to set up some dummy data in the data attribute. Then we'll have an includes attribute by default. So if there is one
yeah,
data also, includes will come.
yeah, and thankfully we have a lot of data here.
Some of it is quite old, so
No, it's actually the data that is returned by Twitter. That's still the same.
okay.
So let's just copy this snippet here.
I would suggest don't copy everything. Then your test case will look very big. Only copy one or two attribute. For example, conversation ID, because your test doesn't deal with any other attribute.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So I will have these and then delete the. Oh my God. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
so
get rid of the public metrics and stuff. Just copy the conversation ID and create that. Two things, that's enough. Or maybe the text. Three fields you can copy.
I think we should leave in. I think we should leave in the stuff that we actually keep in the end.
Yeah. Also try to populate the user thing, because that is also something I think we'll need.
Let's actually try with this space where we don't have any users here, only the data.
Okay.
How do you drag stuff in here? Okay, it failed. What failed?
Yeah, it failed because it can't be empty, right, anymore.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And can you do no? Wait one more one. Just hang on.
Yes.
Can you expand it? Two snapshot inline you can do. No. Two equal instead of two equal.
Yes.
In line 49.
Two snapshot.
To match snapshot.
Yeah, match snapshot inline is there. Inline snapshot. Yeah, inline snapshot. Yes. Run it.
It should generate the snapshot. That's what he said.
Okay, what happened? Wow, what is this thing? This is good. What the hell? Wow, jest is amazing.
Yeah, but now don't use inline thing. You use your SSN the way you want.
So like directly to match a snapshot.
No, don't use snapshot. You delete it. Just for a trial purpose, I've done it.
To equal.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello. Yeah, so I will be dropping off. Okay. See you tomorrow. Okay. Not a problem, right?
Okay, no problem at all, Akshay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bye,
okay,
Shay.
thanks. Bye bye.
No, Praful, it won't work because this n is string added and it's expecting an array.
Yeah, definitely. You are passing a JSON structure. You have to clean it up, Puru.
Oh my god.
Yeah, snapshot is a JSON structure.
Object array. Right, it's formatting, so everything is correct.
Okay, yeah, this looks good.
Yes.
Ah.
All right, this works.
Okay.
Okay. So now let's include the users object, but I don't think we need a test for it in here. I mean, it's not doing anything. It's just simply taking the data and copying it there.
Yeah, copying it and putting it in the result object. Yeah, so it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that is a good decision. No need to copy it again. I think you copied it, right? You keep this test as minimal and, and try to remove few field which is not relevant, Conversation
Yeah, you
ID.
should even get rid of the text field because that's taking up so much space.
Because which test it doesn't test that intention. Now we are excited. That is the reason we are dumping this variable. But whichever is not testing that function field, right? We should not worry about that too much. Then people will get confused about the data,
Yeah. Good thing. I think we should create a test where there is no includes because when I was trying to make the wrist rendering, this was extremely bothering me. Like sometimes there wasn't any includes in the data, so I had to put in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if there is no
exactly.
input, then it should fail, right?
Yeah, test
so
that scenario. Test the scenario. That would be very valuable.
let's get rid of the should fail without includes.
But why it should fail? If we include, if you're not having it, it should not fail, right?
No.
Why
No.
it should fail?
I'm actually mixing up the verbiage of tests and my own thoughts. Like, what should we do? I think.
Praful, normally the user information on a lookup should be part of includes. If it's not part of includes, then that means the API response something is wrong. Maybe triggered an error or something. So that's a point of contention for us. Does that make sense? So a normal API call will have an includes always.
Okay. Then makes sense.
So if it's not there, then that means the API is throwing an error or it's behaving weirdly or something like that. So it's a very exceptional case.
Actually, Meera, this includes means it is media, right? Media
And the user information. So media might be absent because the embedded the tweet that we are looking at might not have any media. If there is any media, then it's going to be part of that. But definitely a tweet will belong to a user, right? So user cannot be empty.
Yeah. So it includes the user data as well. Includes.
Yeah, definitely it should have users for sure. Includes will have one user at least. So say, for example, you're doing a tweet lookup on multiple tweets, then the includes.users will have an array because that will have multiple tweet information, tweet users information.
Okay.
But even if you do a single tweet lookup, definitely one user should be there. So.
Okay, thanks. I was thinking it is media actually.
No, media and users, both are there as part of include.
Yeah, actually in the video, right, that for Angular CLI, in that, I think Puru has mentioned includes means for media, actually.
Yes. but media is optional because there might not be any media on a tweet. Yeah. But includes generally we look at it for both user and media.
Okay,
Uh,
thanks.
Praful, I have a question. Like I have this property in here, include. So I want to test if includes is undefined. So how do I do it in jest? I think I read somewhere, but I am forgetting it.
No, I think the way you are doing it, it can't be done like that.
Yes, it can be done, but like there's a jest way to do it. Like I think there was something like expect dot something. I'm not sure completely.
To have property like that?
Oh wait, it worked. It worked. I think.
Like that?
Yeah, I think it. I think there was something like that. I think I should try 2B maybe to see it's not just
To
a
have
red herring.
property. Okay.
Actually, to have won't work because this is inside an array. I think. Yes. All right. It is failing, but it's